Uh, it feels like I've been stuck at 1.7 kilometers for a while. Oh, there it goes. See, all I had to do was mention it. 1.6 kilometers in closing. I'm going 5.7 meters per second. You would think I would see, I don't know, a little bit more. Come on, keep your vectors lined up. .5 meters per second. Or 1.5 meters in kilometers in closing. I can kind of see the silhouette of Narnia. So I'm guessing it was a problem with the
I'm not going to do
generation.
anything. I'm just going to sit here on this screen in case it was something that I did that messed things up.
Okay.
Plus, I don't really have anything to do at the moment because I don't want to launch anything else. So maybe I will do some web browser research on launch windows.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what our current date is, though.
It is last I did was year 3, day 359.
Okay, well, how about I research from when our crew will arrive? 156 at Duna. Alright, so how about Eve? Year 4, day 150.
Day 156.
From Eve. The next would be year 5, day 209. There is a window there. Kind of.
All right. What is my... Oh, good. I got plenty of monopropellant left. All right. So we're getting there. 1118 meters in closing. Relative velocity, 4.4 meters per second.
Year 4, day 291 to Moho. Year 4, day 309 to Jewel. That seems reasonable.
Year what to Jewel?
Year 4, day 309, so like 150 days after we arrive.
Now you see, that would be something to try, like a larger kind of refueling scheme on it, because you got all those moons there.
Yeah, we're not in a position to be able to do that yet.
Yes.
Realistically, what we should try and do with Jewel is figure out how many moons there are to map and how many planets there are to map and just send a whole shit ton of satellites.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're at 880 meters in closing. This is about where it freaked out before. Question is, should I quick save?
Maybe not.
Yes. 850 meters in closing.
How about Elu? Where's a window to Elu? Day 295 to Elu. Time of flight, 3 years and 70 days. I feel like Elu's one that you might want to gravity assist off of Joule for.
Yeah. All right, we're at 775 meters in closing.
It's actually not all that much delta V to send a satellite there. It's like a grand total of 4,000 delta V.
Relative velocity, 2.1 meters per second. Distance, 730 meters. Come on, guys. We're going to bump us back up to 2 meters per second here. Just under 700 meters in closing. 2 meter per second relative velocity. Kerbin rotates behind us. Well, actually, we're rotating around it, I guess. Throws us back up to 2 meters per second. Relative velocity. Because we're slowing down relative to the target because we're gaining altitude. We're at just a hair over 90,000 meters and climbing. Let's center that prograde vector just a little bit better. Under 600 meters in closing. Relative velocity 2.3 meters per second. Do 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 do. $560 meters in closing. Speed ourselves up to 3 meters per second. We're still climbing pretty quickly, so that'll bleed off a lot. Prograde vector tried to get away from me. It was like, no, I'm gonna start heading south. No.
Getting closer.
490 meters in closing. This is like watching paint dry.
Better than watching my screen.
460 meters. You start seeing some detail in the space station. Hopefully I won't cause it to rotate. Was that what I did to the space station last time? Or I did to something else?
The other one had no control,
yeah.
Unfortunately. This one actually has probe cores and RCS on it.
That's true, yeah. It actually looks pretty freaking cool. Like that. $360 meters in closing. Relative velocity 2.5 meters per second. We're going to approach the oh crap, what's the term? What's the term for pointing towards the planet? Is it zenith?
I don't know.
I'd have to reread Seven Eves. All right, 285 meters in closing. How's my monopropellant doing? Not too bad for having to approach this thing twice. Relative velocity 2.3 meters a second, 240 meters in closing. Let's see here, can I select? Am I close enough to the point where I can select what docking port I want to use? Nope, zoomed in way too far there. Nope, we're losing the prograde vector a little bit here. There we go. We're under 200 meters. Is there a docking point? There it is. Yeah, set as docking port. There we go. It's getting us closer. 145 meters in closing. $120 meters. Let's slow the ship down a little bit. Let's slow us down to 2 meters a second. We're angling in quite nicely. We have a slightly high angle of attack, under 100 meters. Slow down the approach. 1.5 meters a second. 85 meters in closing. $60 meters in closing. Relative velocity 1.5 meters per second. Come on. Slow ourselves down a little bit more. $40 meters to the docking port. Slow ourselves down to 1 meter a second. $24 meters. Come on. 12 meters and closing. Slowing the ship down to half a meter a second. 10 meters. 9 meters. 8 meters. 7 meters. Slowing ship. 6 meters. 5 meters. Turning SAS off. RCS off. 2.6 meters and approaching. Impact with the ship. Bouncing. Angling. Come on, magnets. Do your thing. Kiss it! And we have dock.
Excellent. Great. Now I can...
Now you can do stuff.
Now I can back up the game again.
Yes. I got a lot of...
Copy. Paste. Back it up. Back it up. All right. Back to the Space Center. Maybe. Okay. Well, do you have experiments to set up, or?
Yeah, we'll run some experiments here. We're gonna gotta remember how to get people into the various areas. I gotta right or left, right click on the no. No, Crew
No problems.
Just stupidity. Is that the...
All right, let's see the ranges on some of these things. Let's see if I got this Drace probe in the right spot.
This is the Kerbitat.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to get people into the other modules. Is that okay with you?
You seem really confused, that's all.
It happens. I'm just, they all look the same up in space.
Okay, this one works roughly the same. So I'm actually a little low on the altitudes there. Where is this guy? What does this guy work at? 25,000 meters. I mean, it should work. All right. Well, I'm guessing it's just laggy. So what experiments did you bring up with you?
All right. Hold on. No, don't retract. I don't want to. I'm trying to get out of the transfer crew screen. We brought up the magnetometer here. Mm-hmm. So let's just activate that. log some magnetospheric data here, and process that in the lab. And then we will open this while in space near Kerbin. Okay, so that obviously didn't do it by biome, which is, fine. And then, I didn't put them on the inside. I put them on the outside. That's right. Close that, and we will run a gravity data. Okay, that's by biome. So we will process that in the lab. Plenty of electric charge going on in here. They even brought a return capsule to send some of this stuff back down with.
Excellent. So you bought what, like gravity things and
gravity
magnometer
and the magnometer. Yep.
Is that it?
That's it. Yep.
All right. Well, I think that'll probably do it for this recording session. You can probably process some of that stuff off camera if you want. If not, there's always a later date.
Yes.
Next time, I think we will be actually completing our Duna trip and starting on that stuff and hoping everything works correctly. Lots of quick saving, lots of me backing up the entire server, which hopefully we will never have to restore any of. If you like the video, click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for some more modded Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching. Bye.